In the afternoon of the day that Jesus rose from the dead, two disciples left Jerusalem and walked towards Emmaus. As they were walking along, they were discussing the events of the last few days when suddenly they realized that someone was walking near them. They didn't realize it was Jesus. The Lord said, "What are you talking about?" They looked at him and said, Are you a stranger here? Haven't you heard of the events of the last few days? What events? We were talking about Jesus, the one who spoke the words of God. Our leaders had him crucified 3 days ago. This morning, some women went to the tomb and came and told us that the body was missing. Two of our men went, and sure enough, it was missing. Now the women are telling us that they have seen angels and have actually talked to the Lord himself, that he's alive. Jesus said, "Why are you so slow to understand? The prophets tell us that Messiah needs to suffer these things." He then started at the beginning of Scripture and explains the parts that were about him. When they got to Emmaus, the men said, "It's too dark to continue on. Please come and stay with us." So Jesus went with them into their home. A meal was served, and Jesus took the bread, and he blessed it and broke it and gave it to them. Instantly, they knew who he was. And then he disappeared. The men sat in amazement. Finally, one said, "Our hearts were on fire as he explained the Scriptures to us." They then got up and went back to Jerusalem to tell the disciples. They were in a room that was securely locked because they were afraid of the religious leaders. When the two men got there, they said, "It's true. He is alive. He walked with us and explained the Scriptures." We didn't even know who he was until he broke bread with us. The disciples just couldn't believe when suddenly Jesus was standing among them. He said, "Peace be with you." They looked at him, but couldn't believe that it was really him. They thought they were looking at a spirit. Jesus said, "Look at the scars in my hand and my feet. Here, touch them. Spirit doesn't have bone and flesh like this." They still couldn't believe because of their joy. Finally, Jesus said, "Do you have something to eat?" So they gave him some fish and honeycomb, and he ate it. Then he opened their minds so they could understand the Scriptures.